What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Ree. Yes, you see it. We're back with another artist spotlight. It's been a whole year. I've been gone from you guys. So I said, let me come back with another hot artist for you guys, all right? Make sure you follow me on IG, Instagram, at DJ Ree 2021. Make sure you follow the Culture Network at the.culture.network. If you want to support us, we have a Buy Me a Coffee account at buymeacoffee.com/the Culture Network. And we have a Cash App as well, the Culture Network. Any support and help will be great for us. You know, we're trying to keep things going. I know y'all been seeing me push out the Disney content a lot, but you know, I gotta keep it going with all the other stuff. So after 1 year, I'm back. Normally, I bring in my Bay family. I bring in everybody from the Bay Area, from the West Coast onto the show. But not this time. We're flying all the way over to Jersey, to the East Coast, and I got another hot artist for you. So with that said, this is the Artist Spotlight. Yo, everybody, welcome. I have a very dope guest joining me today. I met her this year live on the streaming app, and we created a great bond, became great friends, and I appreciate her for coming and joining me for this new chapter in the Artist Spotlight. Bianca Ingram.
Happy to be here, Ray.
Thank you for saying yes and coming on. You're my very first guest of 2022. How are you doing today?
That means we gotta make it good.
Yes. I don't know. You know what? We're gonna make it do what it do. You're lagging, but it's all good.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. My internet's all hooked up and everything, so I don't know what's going on. But
yeah, I don't know what it is either.
as long as we can hear you, I think we should be good.
Right.
And hear you clearly. So Bianca, tell us everybody where they can find you at.
So you can find me everywhere. Who is Bianca? If you go to whoisbianca.com, literally all my links are right there on that page. You can find all my music videos, my social media pages. So I always suggest going to whoisbianca.com or my Instagram, which is whoisbianca.
Dope. Okay. So I learned a lot about you. I say, how long we know each other? For about a month now. And your passion, about a month. Your passion for the music industry is amazing and very inspirational. Tell the people your background and how you got started into music.
So I was born into the music industry. My family has been all up in and through the music industry. For me, though, it was my dad. He is a producer in the game. He has won Grammys and AMAs. Him and his brothers were pretty big in the UK. They had a really big tour out there. And my mom was Miss Black America. So she was a beauty queen. So entertainment just is all up and through my blood. I started performing professionally when I was 4 years old in Atlantic City with my dad and uncles. They would let me come up on stage and do like a couple of Disney songs. And the people liked it so much, they wanted me to keep coming back. So eventually, I officially joined, and I would sing background. And then I would step out and sing lead sometimes. And it's just, it's been what I've been doing my whole life. And then in 2013, I put out my first album. I wanted to step out from just doing the family performance thing, and I really wanted to hone my own solo artist career. So I started writing some stuff in 2010, and the album finally came out in 2013.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, I guess I should mention that my brother is my producer for everything. It really is a family business.
Okay, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Cause that's dope that your brother is your producer, and he's an amazing producer. I heard his work, and he's great. Back to your family. How was it growing up though, inside the musical family? And do you see any legends come in and out of the house, or what was that like for you?
But see, here's the thing, because that's what was normal for me. It wasn't like, oh, Gene Carn is coming to the house today, or oh, we're going to see Patti LaBelle, or the Blue Notes or Blue Magic or whoever is coming over. It was just kind of like, oh, another artist is coming over today. Because I know when somebody's coming over, I'm gonna be hearing music off of the house when I'm trying to watch my cartoons. So for me, it was kind of annoying a little bit. But that's because that was all I knew. So it didn't feel like, oh my gosh, we got this person coming to the house. Like, my dad would be like, you know who's just here? And I'm like, no, I don't care. They old. You know how kids are, right?
Right.
But now, like, looking back, it's like, that was such an incredible experience for me that I was able to witness, so much greatness right here in my house, creating and understanding the process of what it's like recording. And I don't think I ever had that experience that a lot of new artists have when they get in the booth and they're like nervous, because like the booth has always been my home. Like I'm comfortable in the booth. Like that's where I make my magic. I never felt nervous about recording something. I look forward to that, and I think that has something to do with growing up with that.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Now, being in the music industry now, do you feel the pressure as far as coming from a legendary family? So do you feel pressure on you to be?
No, not at all.
Yeah, really?
The music industry has changed so much that it has never felt like a competition for me. Like, oh, I need to live up to such and such. At this point, I don't even necessarily care about getting a Grammy or an award because of how political it is.
Okay.
Like, I would much rather have a core fan base that allows me to perform around the world and I can live comfortably, taking care of my family, doing what I love to do. To me, that is success. So I feel like what I call success has changed as the industry has changed also.
Okay, so you're an artist. You really don't care about the accolades, but you do. But I think the main accolade you want is for everybody to appreciate your art and your music.
Yeah, the respect.
The respect. Okay, so here's a question for you. It's an icebreaker question. There's a time machine. What era of musical history would you go back to you would like to perform in?
See, now this is a tough question for me because going backwards is always dangerous for Black people. We could perform everywhere.
But I mean, that may be true, but a lot of great music came out during that time, though. You know? So
it did, but it was also very hard. It was very hard.
Yeah.
I guess, to be completely transparent, I actually really like where music is right now. Maybe not maybe not necessarily like the quality of all the music, but I really like that you can directly reach your audience. Okay. You don't have to go through gatekeepers. You don't have to be what people want you to be in order to be heard. You really can be like, yo, this is me and I'm putting it out there. I can put out as much music as I want to put out there to my audience, target my audience my way. And this has never happened before in my music. This is the first time ever, and I feel like it just puts so much power back into the artist's hands where people can just keep taking percentages off of you and now you're left with nothing. So in terms of business, I feel like now is actually the best time to do it.
Okay.
Now, because everybody can do it, I feel like music is a bit watered down right now.
And that's why I'm surprised by
But I
your
think that
answer.
can change.
That's exactly why I am surprised by your answer, because we have these
Right.
discussions about music today and how music all sounds the same
Yeah.
and everything. So it's easy for
Yeah.
anybody to get into the music business, you know. So, but that's cool
It is,
though.
but you know what? I don't even listen to the radio anymore.
Uh,
Like I put on the playlist of artists that I want to hear, and so I feel like it doesn't matter if music all necessarily is the same right now because people are selecting who they want to hear. So if
okay.
you can find somebody who wants to hear you, they'll play you all the time. So that's why it's like I think it's more. I guess because I'm in the music industry as a business model, I think now is the best time
Okay. Well, everybody that's
as opposed to
listening
like what it
and
sounds
watching
like.
to this podcast right now, I'm telling you, let's blow up Bianca Ingram, okay? Because she has some dope music, and we need her to shine, and we want her music to be heard.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that's my PSA.
Yes,
That's my PSA.
I'm here for it.
Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
You said I got it.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. There's
Yeah.
the sound.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. um. um. One of the questions that I asked artists when they first came on here, what did you learn about yourself, not personally, but also creatively during the pandemic as an artist?
I learned, and for me, the pandemic was especially difficult because I gave birth during the pandemic and got married during the pandemic. And I almost felt like I was in like a creative drought for a minute because I was like so swallowed up by how big life was getting for me personally that what I learned is the way that I used to create in the past where I felt like I needed hours to like sit in a beat and then come up with something. Now because I have these responsibilities and priorities, I learned that I can create very fast because I don't have a lot of time. Sometimes I gotta write a song while the baby sleeps for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it pushed me to really use time management better. And instead of just having like, oh, I'm just having fun in the studio, like vibing out, it's like, okay, how can I make a great song quickly? And it just really made me tune my skills and reach a new level of focus that I had never had before because I never had to have it. It was like I thought you were supposed to just like, kick it and vibe out in the studio, but you don't always have to. You can actually get a lot done in a little amount of time if you just like really lock in. So I think the pandemic and life taught me that.
So you say, so how's your, you have a son, right?
Mm-hmm.
How old is he now? How is it being a mother and trying to navigate your career at the same time?
Oh my gosh. I feel like a crazy person, Reed. So he's 1.5 now. And I got back on stage when he was 6 months old. So at that time, I was still breastfeeding. He was not, he was trying solids, but he was not like living off of solid food or anything yet. So I was literally like running to rehearsal, running back. Like when I say running, I mean like physically sprinting through the hotel and casino. Sprinting back to my room, feed him, running back to rehearsal again, running back because he needed to eat like every 2-3 hours or so. Do the show, run back to the room. So it was like, for a minute there, I felt like, what am I doing? Like, can I do this? Like, this feels insane to be trying to. like people are looking at me like, what is wrong with this woman running all
Oh, wow.
around the Hard Rock in Atlantic City? And then having him in the studio sometimes, and while I'm recording, like holding him here and he's nursing. So now it's a little bit easier because like he can be away from me. Like somebody else can watch him for some hours while I am getting work done. But in the beginning there, I don't know how women go back to work after. I think they took it down to 3 weeks now. Like you get 3 weeks of maternity leave, then you have to go back to work.
That's crazy.
At 3 weeks, I still didn't know what I was doing as a mom. Like, wait, there's a whole human here that needs me. So kudos to moms who pop out their babies and literally your stitches. If you have a C-section, your stitches are not even healed in 3 weeks. So it's like I think that from my C-section, I probably was able to like walk around comfortably at maybe like 1.5 to 2 months. So for them to make women go back to work at 3 weeks, it's just ridiculous. But being a working mom, especially in this industry, I'm in a unique position where my family is so supportive of what I do that they take off from work. They show up for me when I need them to show up so they can watch my son. Like Astro has been with me in DC. Every time I go, he's with me, and my mom has been taking off work so she can watch him so I can go do what I have to do. And I know that this would not be possible without my village. So I always am encouraging women who have kids, you gotta find your village. You gotta find people you can trust with your child if this is something you want to do. Because without that, the balance isn't possible. And that's just that. So
Yeah, that's one thing.
I'm still trying to figure out the balance. I don't have all the answers.
No, I commend you because from what I see, you've been a great mother. Astro loves you, and you've been showing a great example. And you're blessed because you have that support group behind you too, they let you to be able to let you do what you love and help you raise Astro. And shout out to your husband Paul too. He from the time I met him, he's been a real great man too, a dope dude. And from what you telling me, he's the one who be telling you, no, you need just do this. Go out there for your in your career and stuff. So
he sure does. Like I feel like I don't think I can wear this. I'm like, come on, mom, I don't really know. Like I don't feel comfortable. He's like, if you don't put that thing on, girl, get out there. I'm like, okay.
No, that's dope because that shows.
He's my hype man for real.
Yeah, he's your number one fan. And he's your hype man. That's dope. That shows that he really loves you and supports you what you do. Because most Negroes out there, they be like, no, you're not gonna be wearing that out on stage. That belongs to me and all that stuff. But Paul, he good. He 100. So that's good. That's good. That's good.
That's why I married him.
And you guys are still newlyweds too, right? So yeah, you've been what, a year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, a year.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you, a lot happened in 2020 for me.
Hey, but it wasn't all bad.
Turned up on me real quick.
But it's not all bad. It seems to be all good,
No,
So
it was great.
Yeah.
Great stuff. It was just a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I get it. So speaking of family, your brother produces you. What is it like working with him?
And he directs my videos also.
And he directs. Okay. Yeah. How is it working with him? Because you guys are siblings. So, like, I know if I work with my sister, that would be kind of hard.
It's actually really easy.
Huh?
I think it's actually really easy because we have a symmetry. Like when he makes a beat, right? And I start writing to it, or you know how my writing process is I just kind of sing and then I write down what I sang after that. So I just like freestyle my song. And typically with his beats, the music always goes where I'm already going. So like there's not much we have to change. Like we're always kind of on the same vibe, even separately. And then when it comes together, it just like works. So it's really easy. There have been other people who sent me beats that I write to, and I'm like, oh man, I wanted to like hit the bridge here, but like it goes back to the hook, and then we gotta move things around.
Mm-hmm.
But typically with Kyle stuff, it always like just goes where my heart wants to go. So it's really easy for me. It's funny when we're actually recording the song. You know, a lot of producers are very professional. Like, oh, can you sing this note? And like they'll sing it to you, right? Mm-hmm. Kyle's like, do better. I'm like, well, what is the direction? I don't know. Do better. So that's when the sibling thing comes in, because he's a little bit like harsher with me. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm so harsher with him too. Like, we're just very honest. But because we're siblings, it's okay. Like, we can get that off with each other. Don't nobody else talk to us like that.
So,
and in directing videos, I think that's where it gets a little sometimes. Because, you know, in videos you gotta be like a little sexy or whatever. And when I see him holding the camera, it's like I don't really want to be looking sexy in the camera that you're holding.
Right,
that's
right.
A little bit to like just get over it and do the job. But in the only video I ever kicked him out for, even though he was directing, it was Nocturnal, when I had to do like that love scene with the guy.
Oh.
We had a camera operator there. Camera operators in the room. I had to take my mom and my brother out. I was like, this is too far. I'm not doing this in front of y'all, and we'll see it in post when it's time to edit.
Right.
But everything else has been cool.
That's cool. So when you first started, were you like, yeah, it's me and Kyle, he should be my day one? Or did you also have like a list of other producers and Kyle was just on that list?
So I actually started with my dad. My dad was my first producer.
Oh, okay.
That did not work out too good because he produces a certain, like, he hears what he hears and he wants to like get that. But I heard something different, but he didn't want to hear my different. He wanted me to do what he was hearing. He was like, I'm the professional, listen to me. And I was like, well, then I don't want to do this because I don't hear it that way. And I want to do what I want to do. So we're both very stubborn. And so that just was like, not going to work. So that's when, around that time, Kyle started messing around, making beats. And I was like, Kyle, your beats have too much noise in them. Like, there's nowhere for somebody to sing. You have to take some sound out. This is trash. And he was like, all right. Then he started like making beats. And when he would go back to college, so he would come and make beats on the weekend. And when he would go back to college, I would go listen to his beats. And I would like take some sounds out and figure out how I wanted things to sound. And I would start stealing them. Be like, oh, this one's all right. Take this sound out. This one's cool. So then I would write whole songs and record it onto GarageBand and send it back to him. Like, so what do you think of this song? He's like, yo, you stealing my beats? I'm like, yes, I am, but just listen to what I made. So then he listened to it. He was like, oh, this is actually dope. Like, you can keep this one because you made a fire song. So that's how I continued to write. And that's how my first album was created. And that's how we ended up working together. It wasn't like a planned thing because he wasn't even a producer at the time.
Wow.
I just kind of like forced
into
it.
Hey, but that's cool though, because now y'all making like magic together. Yeah, it worked out perfectly though. Because yeah. So tell us about you guys are independent. Tell us about the label you guys are on. And how many projects you got out there right now?
Ingram Music Group. We're on Ingram Music Group, and that's like a subsidiary of my dad's label, which is Society Hill Records. Mm-hmm. And we had a roster of artists like a while ago, but the thing about artists is they can be flaky, they can be not fully committed. Mm-hmm. And so instead of like trying to chase artists down, we decided we were just gonna rock with ourselves for a minute and get the label off the ground, and then eventually start adding more people on. Because I can't tell you how many people are like, oh, I want to do this, like I want to be on the label, and then when it's time to do the work, they think that we're like a major label where it's like, okay, here's an advance, go cop your jewelry and fly clothes and get an apartment and stuff.
Right.
And that's not what it is.
Right.
Like, because we're still an independent label, the money that we're kicking in is mostly going towards marketing, because that's how you get out to your audience and how you build your fan base and how you get to perform places and stuff.
Right.
It's not gonna be no advance check. Not
Right.
yet.
Not yet.
So,
Yeah, say not yet and speak that into existence.
Right, not yet, because it will come. So we actually are in the process of like redoing our whole business model, just focusing on us right now and putting things out front. So, you know, I have my whole release plan right now. Like, I was talking about it on the live stream now.
Right.
And so that's where I'm at right now.
Right, and we're gonna get into that. 'Cause I know we talked about it, and we're gonna announce something. If you're cool with that, that's dope. The family business. I don't know if I could do the family business because I'm like, I want things this way and done that way, and folks don't like to listen. So I commend you to take that task on, and I know your guys' bond has grown over the years too, working together and everything. So one thing I know you mentioned was DC, and you do a show. I would tell the people, but I would like you to tell the people what's the show that you're doing.
So I'm in a show called Motor City Live, where we pay homage and tribute to the Motown sound. It's not like we're playing characters. It's just 8 singers, 6 dancers, and a live band. And everybody we all sing different songs. We have some ensemble members together. And it's really a big production, actually. Like we're in some pretty big theaters performing. Like we've had shows where it's sold out like 2,000 people. So we've been to Canada, we've been to Detroit, we've been in a whole bunch of different casinos in Atlantic City, we've been at the MGM in DC, we've been in Rhode Island. There's talks of us hitting New York. So
oh wow.
And I actually been trying to do the Apollo Theater in New York. So we have been traveling quite a bit with this show. And here's the thing with this show is my friends were in the show and I wanted to go see it to support them.
Oh.
And it was only supposed to be like a show that was for 3 months. And the casino asked to extend them, but 2 of the female singers already had another job. It was only supposed to be a 3-month job, so they both had to go to Tokyo after. So they were looking to fill the spot. So my friends who were in the show were like, "Hey, producer, Bianca was great." So I went in and I auditioned, and I was supposed to do the additional month that they were able to. Show that keeps on giving.
Okay, I think I got what you said. You kind of went out for a second. But that's crazy. That's crazy how you just went to support.
Yeah.
And how long did it take for you just to be on the show?
Maybe like I auditioned and heard back maybe a couple weeks later.
Oh wow. Now, were you expecting that? Was that something you wanted to do? Or that's just something that was just a blessing that fell into your lap?
I did. I actually did want to do it because I was like, this is so convenient because Atlantic City's not that far. Mm-hmm. And the pay was good. They give you a room and food and you know, I would get to perform with my friends again. So I was like, this would be such a fun job to have. Entertainers are always looking for the next gig. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I kind of manifested that into my existence.
And you said that's been going on for what, about 5 years now, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's good. That's awesome.
So 1 month contract turned into 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that just shows the talent that you have and how great your talent is. That's all that shows. Um, let's talk about your project, 11.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Um, let's talk about your
11/11.
yes, 11/11. Um, what was your mindset going into this project, and what was the inspiration behind it?
So my husband was the inspiration behind this EP. I actually really don't like write love songs like that because I guess the talking about was getting my broke. So I have a lot of sad and heartbreak songs, and then all of a sudden I started writing songs and were like hopeful and like they set me on fire and all for you. Like I'm writing all these like good love songs, and I realized, but after looking back at the song, I was like, oh, I'm like writing about where I'm at now with my husband, and we both have 11/11 tattooed on our wrist. So my first song that entered the charts ever entered at number 22, and my song was called Catch 22, and his jersey number all his life was always 22 because we both like 22. And I was like, yo, like we like half and half of our favorite number, 11/11, and that's an angel number, and it's like the right place. That's what that number means, and it just kind of stuck. And I would notice like whenever he would call me, it would always be like at 11/11, or when he would text me, I would look at the clock and it was always like 11/11 all the time.
Wow.
So it just made sense for me, since this EP ended up being about him, to name it 11/11, and our wedding anniversary is 11/11. So
It's something about that number,
my
11.
son was born on the 11th.
Wow. So I know that number has
Yeah, it just keeps popping up.
yeah, that has to have a heavy meaning for you. That's a beautiful story. 11/11, and that was my
Right.
question. What was the meaning behind
Yes.
it? But you answered it, and that is so dope and very coincidental. That's very coincidence that 11/11 was just popping around all
Yes.
over y'all everywhere. Um, what were you thinking in your mind? What were you thinking in your mind? It's like, what is it about 11/11? Were you just thinking like, why 11/11? Why is it popping up all the time? Were you thinking? Were
Well,
you
that's
thinking
what
that?
made me look up. What does it mean?
Uh
I, yeah, like I went on Google and I keep seeing 11/11, and then I learned that it's an angel number that tells you that you're in the right place in your life. That
Wow.
this is a safe space. That you are doing the right things. It's a strong manifestation time. So, for me, I felt like this is that's the right person, and it made sense to me.
That's a beautiful story. That's a beautiful story. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Thank you. No, please don't cry.
No,
Somebody pass me a tissue.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So that's cool. Now I know you got some other stuff going on outside of music. I had the awesome opportunity to join the live that you invited me to, just to tune in with your nonprofit, with Collab.
Yes.
Give us some information about that. Tell us what Collab is all about.
So Collab is a nonprofit organization that we are striving to create and enact local legislation that will help uplift and empower communities of color, because people complain a lot about what the problems are that Black people are facing, and that's cool enough to get riled up and things happen. Then you actually have to take action. Like, have to change policies in order for there to actually be change that affects our day-to-day lives. Like, if people are upset with how police are policing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can't just go on social media and write an angry post and think that that's going to change something. No, maybe the people who are making decisions for your county need to be changed. Mm-hmm. Maybe you need to vote somebody in who has the same morals and values that you carry, that will say, hey, this isn't right, these schools are going to be fired, we're going to bring in some new training and do the right things that will actually make things better, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so collab is just an answer to all the questions and people are like, well, what do you do? Collab is something that you can do. You can visit collabj.org and find out how you can volunteer, you can donate, you can connect us with other people who are, or other organizations who are doing this work. We would love to work with other people, because that's how you get things done. Mm-hmm. Like when once you have the power of the community behind you, then people have to listen. Like, we would love to be able to show up and talk to legislators and talk to people who are in charge and say, hey, the community is not feeling this, so what needs to happen? Because if we can't make things happen, then we're going to take our vote to this person. And because they see we have the numbers, now they have to listen. They have to make some changes. And that's just what we're striving to do.
That's awesome. That's great. I'm glad you're doing that, because I feel a lot of people in the entertainment business and music industry does this type of work just to get to shine and to look good. But from you, I see you have a genuine heart to help people and get the community back and get the word out what we need to do and what we need to change. So I salute you and I appreciate you. And I know I
mean, the world, you know how I feel about the world, baby.
Hold up, time out.
You know this world needs to be a better place because we got babies growing up.
Right. Let me say this. You brought this up. I had to say this. So I'm chilling in Bianca. You know where I'm going. I'm chilling in Bianca's live, and we're just having a good time vibing to the music. And then she said, hold up. We need to stop this. I have to say this. I got to get this off. And I've never seen this side of Bianca before. But with the whole thing with Ukraine and Russia, she was genuinely upset about it. And she wants to do something about it. And I salute you for that. Because you don't hear, or you hear a lot of celebrities or musicians say something about it, but all you hear them say is, oh, pray for Ukraine. Mm-hmm. Ukraine is in our thoughts and prayers. I'm like, come on. It's more than prayers and thoughts. You need to get off your ass and do something about it. So I know it was a funny moment, but real talk, I appreciate your passion in everything. No, I'm serious. About that conversation, because you was like, who do I need to call? Do I have to go up there myself? Who don't want to see me? I was like, oh, we got MC Barracuda. MC Barracuda is coming up, about to go to Russia.
I'm about to get in trouble. Right.
I said, no, B, we don't need you coming up missing. So yes.
Right.
But I know if you could, and I think off of this we should talk and set up something. We should do something to help and get the word out and support. Because with the whole collab, you inspired me to be a better person and to help others instead of just watching the news and be like, did you see this? Did you see that? And just looking. So you inspired me to actually get off my butt and do something.
Yeah.
So I salute. I wish you were in
That's amazing, Reed.
I wish you were in LA when all this riots and stuff was going down. 'Cause I know you be in the streets with your sign, chatting and everything, and during the protests. I know you be the first one out there. So it would have been cool seeing you out there too.
Yeah, I've been at some protests.
I remember the one we had in LA Hollywood. It was like over 1 million people in that protest, and they took over the whole street. They took over that. It was a beautiful sight. They took over that whole street. It was peaceful too. So
That's good.
yeah, I just had like a brain fart just for a second.
But see, even for me, like even beyond protesting, okay, even beyond the protesting, like that's cool and all, but that doesn't even always generate the change that we want to see right away.
Right.
So that's what Collab is doing. We are working to create the policies that will make the change we need to have happen.
And in that talk, you said something very well. It was powerful to me. What you said, I said, B, write a song about it. And the one thing that I remember you said was like, well, I write a song. There's all these songs out there about these wars and stuff about how we all should get along. She's like, you said we really need to do something. Why just take my pen and paper? What's that gonna do? What's the song gonna do?
Yeah.
Everybody just sing it. No, bunk the song, just go out there, let's just go out there and do something. And that was powerful to me, coming from you as an artist.
Yeah.
Because you won't hear artists say that. An artist would just sit with the pen and pad or go into the studio and write out and sing out their feelings. But you, on the other hand, you're the opposite. You want to go out and
I
do
think
something.
a lot of artists also are very opportunistic. They see an opportunity like, oh, like let me write this song while this is going on, and people gravitate to that because they're like, oh, like they care so much. But beyond the song, what are they doing?
Right.
And I might be quiet on social media about things. I might not write songs about things, but I'm putting in my work somewhere else.
Right.
I don't feel like I need to broadcast all the time like, this is the work I'm doing. Look how great I am. You know? Like, I'm doing it because I want this world to be better. And music aside, like music I think heals in a different way. And you know, I love when people come up to me and they tell me how my music has made them feel good, or it helped their relationship, or helped them through a tough time, or what have you. But even that's not going to make my son safe walking down the street wearing a hoodie.
Right.
So that's two different fights.
Right. So I don't want to get too deep, but it's a conversation that needs to be had. Have you tried to? I know he's like 1.5, but has Astro seen anything with as far as the protest, or you know, the thing with the cops and the black people? No. So you're not showing him anything?
Nope, not yet.
Well, I get it, because I know as a mother, that's probably could be a hard.
You only get to be innocent for such a short window of time.
Yeah. I know as
I feel like, especially children of color, have up so much sooner. So I'm trying right now to protect his innocence, to protect his childhood before I crush him with the fact of we're gonna have it harder than everybody else. But you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to shield him from that right now.
That's good. 'Cause I know when that talk comes, that's gonna be a hard talk. I remember when the riots and the whole George Floyd thing went down. My son he was 8 at the time, and he came up to me. He said, "Dad, I see all this protest going on." And he said, "Why did the cops have to do that to him? Why did they have to kill him like that?" And he said these words, "I wish the cop didn't do that, because if the cop didn't do that, all this mess would not be happening right now.
Right.
And I said, wow. And that's coming from an 8-year-old. And I found that so powerful that he noticed that and he said that. Yeah. So that made me, just by him saying that.
Have a way of seeing the world just like.
Yeah. Yeah. And with him saying that made me have to sit down with him and have to talk. Cause I was trying to guard him and shield him as long as I could too. But once he got exposed to it, it was time to have that talk. So yeah, like I said, I salute you. I salute Kyle. I know he's part of the collab team too. So thank you for what you guys are doing on that end too.
Yes, he's the president.
He's the president. President Kyle. So,
of course.
So when you gonna let him have a feature on the song?
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing.
At some point.
Bianca, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me here on the Artist Spotlight, my first guest of 2022. I know this thing was lagging, but we're gonna work around it. Like I said, I appreciate you. I guess we're gonna make it work. No, dude, for real, I appreciate you. I appreciate our friendship. Y'all don't know, so we're on this streaming app called, I can say it, Pacocha. No free advertising. They're not paying me to say this. But I found Bianca on there, and it's been so cool because she takes you behind the scenes, and she be in the studio working, and it's so cool to watch her do her craft and work with her brother and everything. It's so cool, and I made another friend on there named Desiree. Shout out to Desiree, and I met Desiree before I met Bianca. Yes, and it's like, these are my homies. So it's cool. It's cool. Download Pacocha and follow Who Is Bianca on there too. Just make sure y'all not crazy or nothing. So we don't need no crazies coming into the live stream. Because
that part,
because we've seen a lot of things happen. So 11:11 is out now. It's streaming on all musical platforms. So what's next for you, B? What's next for you, Bianca? I know you got a birthday coming up. So will you be turning up? Will you be dropping something for us to enjoy?
Yes, I'm dropping a brand new music video off of 11:11. It is actually the song 11:11. It's dropping on my birthday at 11:11 a.m.
Dope.
That's the premiere will be. And I'm really excited for everybody to see it because my brother actually put this video together without me knowing.
Oh, wow.
It was a surprise that he gave me and Paul for our anniversary. And we saw it when we were in St. Thomas. Otherwise, I would have put it out on 11/11. It was like a gift to us. And I was like, I just want to put this out for everybody because I just like didn't have much to do with this video. But I love it. So everybody will see that on my birthday. And I plan on dropping some more videos, throughout this year. And also in the summertime, I'm going to drop a new EP. So I'm working on a lot of things right now. Whew, a lot of things. But we'll get it out done and I'll be fired.
And where can we watch the video at? Would that be on your official YouTube page?
Yep.
So
on my YouTube page and on my website. So either or.
Either or? Okay. That's dope. And then also, are you guys still running the show in DC? You guys still in DC, or will you be traveling somewhere else in the near future?
We are still in DC. We have off this week. March, as of right now, March 16th is our last show there. But they are talking about possibly extending, so there might be some more days.
Okay, and you guys are at the MGM Grand in DC, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so if you're in the DC area or nearby and can make a couple of hour trip, head over to the MGM Grand, grab you some tickets, and go check out Bianca on the stage performing, doing her thing, being great, showing all of her greatness.
That's right.
Showing all of her greatness. Like I said,
Try.
no, you're not trying. You are. We'll say that. No try. You are being great. Okay. This is what National Women's Month as well too. So you're putting your stamp on Women's Month as well. So we're about to end this interview. Yes. Like I said, thank you. I appreciate you. We'll chat off air about some other stuff.
And thank you for having me.
Yes, it's been fun. It's been fun. Your latest single from 11:11 is Yes. Tell us about that song.
So this song was actually written by a young man named Shane, and he produced it so well. I loved it so much the first time I heard it, and I really loved how it came out. And I love the video even more. Me and Kyle put our foot up in that thing. And Rick, I know you about to show the people how amazing the video came out.
Yes.
I love this video. I watch it, like if it wasn't, I would watch it. I watch it a lot. It's
hot. It's really, man. You see how shy and everything Bianca is right now? Go watch this video, because it's a whole nother side of Bianca. Like, this is not the same girl that Ree was interviewing. Yes, it is. It is.
Right.
Well, thank you again. I am your boy, DJ Reed. Make sure to follow me on IG at DJ Reed 2021. Follow everything on the Culture Network at the.culture.network. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the Culture Network for everything on our Spotlight, all the other shows that we got going, especially all of our Disney content. We got a lot of stuff coming up there. This is Bianca Ingram, who is Bianca. And this is her music video from her album 11:11, and it's titled Yes. Y'all have a good one, and we are out.
Give me a second to enjoy the way this